All right, this is part two, which I'm not gonna do. Obviously, is building a theater chain. You're just wasting money. Like BVJ, why would we waste $20 billion building a movie theater chain when we can what? When we can just release it on that, we'll just partner with Amazon and we just sell on 4K Blu. It's easier that way. We have our theater system. We don't need to see it at the theaters. So but seeing it at the theaters is a better experience. Obviously, but I told you, for my movie, you're looking at like a billion plus people that are going crazy with my movies. For the theaters, there's not enough theaters for that many people. And if there is enough room, the theaters are going to be booked for like 4 or 5 months. Something crazy, man. But me and VJ will make more money. You see what I'm saying? Me and VJ would make all the money off the ticket sales, and we would make all the money for the concessions, the food concessions. Me and VJ would make our billions, our tens of billions off the theater, and then after that we release it on 4K Blu on Amazon. We'll make our billions too off that. We can do something like that if you want, but it's the theater. This system won't work because it's what you look. It'll probably take a good, I don't know, 10 years just to build all those theaters, man, around the world. It's a big project. It won't work. Just sell it on Amazon. It's easier that way. If you want to get the theatrical experience, I recommend all you guys put money into a theater system when I start Skyscraper. That way you get the theatrical experience at home. All you average people around the world, you know what I'm saying? Put a good $1,500 into nice speakers in your house, obviously, and put what? And put money into a nice flat screen TV, a nice 50-inch, 40, 60-inch TV. Nowadays, you can get a nice 40-inch. If you already have a big screen TV, then you're good, obviously. But you need what? You need a theater system if you want to get it on a. You don't have to have a theater system if you don't want to, but I recommend you get a theater system. That way you get the theatrical experience in when you watch a movie on 4K Blu-ray. And all you rich people around the world who make 200, 300,000 plus a year, whatever, is you guys can easily put a good 10 grand, 8 grand into a nice theater system. And the ones who are richer, you can even put 30, 40, 50 grand. All you celebrities, you can put a nice 40, 50 grand into a theater system. The biggest actors and the small A actors. And the bigger A actors can put money into a private IMAX theater room. Take a good $500,000 of your money and put money into a nice private IMAX theater projector. Because a projector is better than a TV, obviously. The ones who are really rich can put money into the theater system with a projector and the screen like the theaters. Whereas the average person, they can just buy their 50-inch TV and get like four theater speakers for $1,500. They can afford that. Whereas the celebrities can get like put 40 grand into a nice projector. And you have to buy your 4K Blu-ray player and your HDMI, connect it to the projector, and then whatever plays on the 4K Blu-ray projector when you 4K Blu-ray player when you insert your disc, that projects onto the screen. When you connect the HDMI, all you have to do is take your 4K Blu-ray, because when the people install the projector, they have an HDMI thing. They have an HDMI connector, obviously. HDMI option connector, and then you just take your HDMI, you connect it to your 4K Blu-ray player, and you connect it to your projector. And when you insert the disc, whatever it projects onto the screen. You guys see what I'm saying? Just like for TV, you have Chromecast, you connect it to your TV. It's something like that. See what I'm saying? Something like that, obviously. I would love to have my movie released at the theaters, obviously. It's a better experience, but it will cost me and VJ billions. We can easily afford it, obviously. And me and VJ will make way more money. Amazon would still make their tens of millions. But the problem for my movie, you're looking at a billion people watching it. So like, me and VJ are going to have to build like 5,000 theaters worldwide, man. Something crazy, man. And that will cost me and VJ like $20 billion, which is easily affordable. We made, I don't know, $80, $90 million off the movie. We can easily take $20 million of our money and put money into building theaters worldwide. And for my Greatest Escape movie, I can release all my movies at the theaters. I'll have it played for like 6 years, 6 months, 7 months. After that, I release it direct to 4K Blu on Amazon if you want. But I mean, it's just crazy, and it's just so much work. It's a big project. You have to hire 1,000 employees. It's crazy. I'm not going to do that. I would love to do that, but I'm not going to do that. Me and VJ already have our own private IMAX theater room. We don't need it. We don't see it at the theaters. We have our own theater room. All you people around the world are going to put money into your theater system. You can just watch it at home. You know what I'm saying? As I'm not going to do that, man. I'm not going to fucking do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that. Amazon will be my sole distributor. I'm gonna sell it directly on 4K Blu-ray. My deal with Amazon, I keep saying that, is 72.28. That way, me and VJ can take home our 71% or 70%. So if I go a bit over 1%, like 0.2% over 1%, me and VJ will still make our 70.8%. We made our 70%, which is nice. Whereas if I give them 71, me and VJ will still take home 69.8, which pisses me off. I want 70% of the money. And if Jeff Beals gets greedy, he's like, all right, what about 30? I'm like, no, Jeff, 28.72, that's the deal. As realistically speaking, I should be giving you 80-20, man. Because you guys are just my distributor. You're not paying a dime. Me and VJ are the ones investing all the money, hence the deal should be 80-20, but I'm nice to give you 20% of the profits. It's a good deal for Amazon. It's a good deal for Amazon, Sims there. That's a good deal for Amazon. $72.28. That's my deal with Amazon. Hence why SkySource is more than enough. I'm not going to invest any more money in businesses as me and VJ are making more than enough money off our movies. We're going to make, I don't know what, $80 billion off the movies and merch for Zanus. 70 billion maybe? We'll make 70 billion off the movies and merch for Zanus. We don't need any more money. We're rich enough. We'll have, not after we release Zanus, the merch and the 4K Blu movies, me and VJ will have like 90 billion in our bank, 85 billion in our bank, whatever it is. We're rich like Batman. We don't need any more. We don't need any more money. I don't want to invest my money in parks. The only thing I would do for a park is something like Jurassic World, like an underground like roller coaster in the water and like a zoo or something like that. I would do that, but the moment you own parks, it becomes crazy and you become stressed out. I'm not interested in that stuff. Just stick to movies and the merch is enough. It's more than enough. I'm not investing my money in games. As I would love to do with Zane's game, obviously, and I would greatest kick game if I want to, but it's just, me and VJ will make more money, but it just becomes crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I would have to hire a CEO to run that. I'd pay the CEO his rich like $180 million and give him like 0.2% of the profits for all the sales of everything. As the CEO of my company would be making a lot, like 400 million something, man. I'd pay him his rich 180 million. I'd give him like 0.1% of all the sales of all the branches of business. You know what I'm saying? The merch, the movie, the parks, everything. And he'd make like his $350 million, $400 million. Yeah, something crazy. But I'm not going to hire a CEO. I don't need a CEO. John Favreau will be my CEO of my film studio, and that's it. If you don't. The moment you invest your money in all these businesses, you're going to have to hire more people. You're going to have to hire CEOs. You're going to have to hire more people to branch out for your business, obviously. Managers to run all these departments. It becomes crazy. Your 7 team can't handle all that. It's too much. They can handle the movie, but the moment you branch out, it's too much for your 7 team. They can't handle all that. Hence why what? I am only sticking to what? The SkySource nuts. Even John Favreau told me, John Favreau might tell me, Ivan, why don't you build movie theaters, man? You can easily put $20 million of your money and build them. You'll make more money, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? You can make more money, Ivan. You can give us a piece of the box office for that, and the 4K Blu. I'm like, no, guys, I'm not building movie theaters. It's pointless. I'm not going to build movie theaters for one movie, man. For one movie. How it would work for my company if I built movie theaters is all the movies are playing in all the different theater rooms. The same. Only one movie's playing in not one theater. You have to do that. That way you can fit all those hundreds of people in all the theaters. The theaters, if I built movie theaters, the theaters would be booked for like 6 months straight. Like packed 6 months straight. And you guys will only be able to see the movie one time. You won't be able to see the second time. Because if you see the second time, the movie will be booked for another 6 months. Because you're looking at like 1 billion plus people. Because for my movies, you're going to want to watch it again and again and again. Hence, like for my movie, you see it in the movie theaters, you can only watch it one time. Because the whole thing will be booked for like 6 months straight, man. If you want to fit like 1 billion people in like 4,000 theaters, it's going to be booked for 6 months, 7 months straight. Then afterwards, I release it direct to 4K Blu-ray on Amazon. I can do that if I want to, but it's going to cost me and VJ billions of dollars. See what I'm saying? I'll have that talk with VJ. It's highly unlikely I'm going to do that, but I might have that talk. With VJ. Hey VJ, do you want to build your own movie theater chain? something like an IMAX. If I build my own movie theater chain, I'll have it all IMAX screenings. You want to build your own IMAX screening? We can call it what? Sky Cinema, whatever it is. Sky Cinema, whatever it is. Sky Media, Cinema. We can build our movie chain if you want to, VJ. We can take Ivan. How much would it cost? I don't know, VJ. We're gonna have to build a good like 4,000 theaters like worldwide, all over Canada, America. You know what I'm saying? Mexico, all over Europe. I won't have it in Africa. I'll just have it in North I'll just have it in Canada, America, obviously, in Canada, America, Mexico, all over Europe, all the countries in Europe, obviously. China, obviously, Japan, Korea, Australia, and New Zealand. All those countries. What do you think, VJ? I don't know, Ivan. We don't need to do this. We can just partner with Amazon. Yeah, well, we don't do that. Just partner with Amazon. We can just partner with Amazon. We don't need to build our own movie theater chain. But who knows? I might think about it. I might consider doing that. It's cool to see movies at theaters, man. Because I didn't sell, the only way you guys can see movies at the theaters is if I build my own theater chain. Me and VJ build our own movie chain, but it's gonna cost me VJ like 20 million bucks, 22 billion bucks to build to build 4,000 to build one IMAX theater building is like 5 million bucks each, man. So you do the math. If you build like 4,000 of those, it's gonna cost you like 22 billion bucks, something crazy, man, like 22 billion dollars. But I told you, if me and VJ made, I don't know, if me and VJ make, I don't know, $70 billion off the movies in the merge, we can easily take $20 million of our money and put it in towards building our own theater chain if we want to. I'll have that talk with VJ, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni. Hey guys, I'm thinking of building my own theater chain. Do you think we should do this? I think you should do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how long will it take for you guys to build 4,000 theaters worldwide? I don't know. It'll take us like a good 5 years to do it, Ivan. It's a 5 year. It'll take us a good 5 years. I'm like, yeah. That's why chances are I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick to releasing on Amazon. Releasing on Amazon's enough. I don't need to build my own theater chain. You're just wasting money. For one movie, it's a waste of money. Just release it on Amazon direct to 4K. Me and VJ don't have to spend any money. Amazon, the distribution is all taken care of for us. Whereas to build your own theater chain, it's going to cost me and VJ a lot of money. Because it's going to cost us like $22 billion to build all that, obviously. And then we're also going to have to pay all these thousands of employees and managers. We're going to have to hire managers to run. I'm going to have to hire a CEO to run the theater division, obviously. You could have Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni run it, but it'll be too much work for them. Because they're already focused. You can have them run it if you want to, but it'll be too much work for them. You see what I'm saying? Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get another tea. Oh yeah, I haven't hate you. Don't hate me, guys. I'm gonna get another tea. Alrighty. Sorry about the wait, guys. Skip the video. Ivan, real so interesting. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna have this talk with VJ when I meet her, and I'm gonna have this talk with VJ when I meet her when I meet her in Los Angeles. I'm gonna tell VJ, hey VJ, do you want to just release our movie on 4K Blu-ray on Amazon, or do you want to build your own theater chain like AMC, something crazy, a nice IMAX? My theaters will just be IMAX screening. I'm gonna put money into IMAX screening for all my screenings at the theaters. Something better than even AMC. We put money towards building IMAX theater screenings, IMAX theaters, and the theaters have a good like 16. The movies play in 16 rooms in the theaters. That way you can fit all these fans in there if you want. We can release it on theaters first for a good like 6-7 months, and afterwards we partner with Amazon, release it on Amazon for the world to own at home if you want. You can do that if you want. But to do that, it will cost me and VJ. It's a big project. It will cost me and VJ billions. Ivan, how much? Like $20+ billion will cost me. You see what I'm saying? Hence why high chance I will not do that. I don't feel like paying that. But because me and VJ have so much money, we have so much money to play around with, we can easily put $20 million of our money into fucking what? It's not affecting our budget at all. If me and VJ know we're gonna make, if me and VJ make $70 billion off Zanus with moving awards, we can easily put $20 million into building our own theater chain around the world. You see what I'm saying? For you guys, so that way you guys get the theatrical experience at the theaters. Because even though putting money into a theater system at home is still not the same experience as seeing it at theaters, at a big theaters. As seeing an Ivan movie is the ultimate dream at a theaters. Seeing it at home is still cool, obviously, but it's not as cool as seeing it in the theaters, right? As I'm going to have this talk with VJ, and it also depends how much money I make. If I end up making $40 billion off my book, if I make $17 billion off my book, I will not put money into theater chain right away. I'll wait until I make money off off my Zanus movie and merch first, and then after that, I might consider building a theater chain for The Great Escape. Perhaps you can do that if you want. Because me and VJ have so much money to blow, we can easily take $20 million of our money and put it into a theater chain if we want. I'm gonna have to have this talk with VJ. If I end up making like something crazy like $40 billion in my book, I might highly considering taking $20 billion of my money and putting it towards the theater chain, building like 4,000 theaters around the world. But I'll have this talk with VJ and George Lucas. Okay, George, do you think I should just release my movie direct to 4K Blu-ray on Amazon? Obviously, you know what I'm saying? Amazon will take care of the distribution for me. Or do you think I should build my own theater chain worldwide around North Canada, America, all over Europe, China, Japan, Korea, New Zealand, and Australia, obviously, and Mexico, all those places, right? Oh, Ivan, that's gonna cost you billions, Ivan. Like you don't need to spend billions, man. Amazon can easily distribute the movie for you. George is my time, but at the same time, seeing an Ivan movie at the theaters is fucking cool. Yeah, man, with the popcorn. Yeah, but Ivan, like people can easily put money into a theater system at home. Yeah, people can easily put money into a theater system at home. And you're still going to get a nice theatrical experience, but it's not the same experience seeing it in an IMAX screening at a fucking theaters, man. When it's packed, the whole thing is packed, you get your popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Me and VJ are going to make more money anyways. We're going to make our money off the box office for the theater chain, as well as the box office for the Blu-ray sales on Amazon. So Amazon will still make their money. They'll still make the billions. Because everyone will only see the movie one time on theaters. They will not be able to see it a second time. It'll be booked for like 6 months. And after the 6 months, we release on Amazon, and the whole world will buy that. The whole world will want to own a copy of my movie. Hence why they're going to buy it, obviously. And me and VJ are still going to make our billions. We're going to make even more money. Something crazy. If I end up releasing it at the theaters and sell on IMAX on Amazon, me and VJ are gonna end up making on average like 40 billion for each of our movies, each for 150 billion each, for 140 billion around there. Me and VJ will make 130 billion. Me and VJ will make, obviously. You see what I'm saying? Well, we won't make as much money from the theater sales, for the ticket sales, compared to the Blu-ray sales, because Blu-ray I'm pricing for more money. Whereas for what the money that's made for the money that's made for the theaters, a lot of that money is going towards cost, man. Because you have high maintenance costs, you have to pay all your employees, and me and VJ are not gonna make as much money. Because to do that, we're gonna have to hire like thousands of employees worldwide, man. Something crazy. Yeah. So if I end up making, I don't know, more money, if I end up making, I don't know, $40 billion off my book, something crazy. I don't know if 1.5 billion people bought my book and I end up making 40 billion bucks. I might have that talk with VJ with George Lucas, and I'm gonna have that talk with George Lucas. I'm gonna tell, hey George, I want to take 20K. Ivan, how much money you have back? I have 40 billion in my bank, George. Oh, Ivan, it's gonna cost you like 20 billion bucks, Ivan. If you want to build IMAX theater screening, IMAX theater, that's gonna cost you 5 million bucks per building. 5 million, 6 million bucks to build out, like to just build one building, Ivan. One building with like 16 theater rooms. It's gonna cost you like 6 million bucks to build, Ivan. And if you want to build 4,000 of that, 4,000 of those 5,000, it's gonna cost you like 20, 15, 16, 17 billion bucks, Ivan. Oh, it's Ivan's. Yeah, but Ivan, you don't have to worry about it. You have the keys. Yeah, I'll make my money back. Me and Vijay will make our money back, obviously. We'll make our 17 billion back easy. You see what I'm saying? We'll make our money back. It's not a big deal, obviously. I'm gonna have to have that talk with George Lucas. If I make like 40 billion bucks, I might. Chances are I will not do that. Chances are I'm just gonna partner with Amazon and release it direct to 4K Blu-ray, obviously. But I'm gonna have that talk with George Lucas. So while I'm planning Skysource with George Lucas, I'll be having that talk with George Lucas about the theater chain. Okay, VJ, do you want to build your own theater chain? We can afford it. I don't know. I don't know, VJ. If I make, we can afford it, VJ. We can do it. I'm saying we can do it if you want. Have that talk with John Favreau. Ivan, it's just more work for you, man. You have to hire all these employees. It's gonna take forever to build this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's pointless, Ivan. It's just one movie, Ivan. The theaters, the theaters are gonna be packed for 6 months. Yeah, but we'll make more money. You'll make more money, Ivan. Yes, I'll make more money. Obviously, but chances are I will not do that. I'm just gonna release it on Amazon on 4K Blu-ray. It's easier. Chances are I will not do that. See what I'm saying? And if I release it on theaters, the actors will get a piece of the profits for the box office ticket sales, not the 4K Blu-ray. I will not give them a piece of profits for the 4K Blu-ray. I'll give them a piece of profits of the box office ticket sales, and they won't make as much money because the theaters like for my movies. I'll be charging the standard price for my movies. Are we charging for my movies? I would charge like $14 per. I'll price it a little higher because it's IMAX. I'd price it for like 14, 15 bucks a ticket around there for my movies, and the food will be expensive too, obviously. Hence, I won't make as much money compared to the 4K Blu-ray. 4K Blu-ray, I'm pricing for like $160. Hence, why I make more money off 4K. You make more money off 4K Blu-ray than you do theater tickets because theater tickets are cheaper. You see what I'm saying? And hence, the actors won't make as much money if I give them a piece of the profits of the box office ticket sales, but they'll make way more money off the 4K Blu-ray box office because there's more money to be made in that. Higher profit margins, right? Yeah, because I'm pricing a box set you can price for more money than a ticket, obviously. Because a box set you own it for life. Was movie tickets you see the movie one time, it's cheaper. Hence why high chance I will not do that. High chance I will not build my own theater chain. But I'm gonna have this talk with George Lucas and VJ. Hey George, do you think I should build my own theater chain? You know what I'm saying? That way the whole world can watch my Zane's movie on theaters. That's only if I make like 40 billion bucks. I might perhaps take half my money and put it towards building my theater chain. Okay, if we made 40 billion, I can take $20 million of my money and put it towards a theater chain if I want to. And by the time 5 years are up, a lot of the theaters will be built around all the theater chains will be built around the world. Hey, can you guys pull up building 4,000 theaters in 5 years? It'll take me 4 years for my business. Can you pull it off? We can pull it off, obviously. And if I end up building that theater chain, the red car, I'll end up having a premiere for my movie, obviously. For my movie I'll have the red carpet host at the Bergerac Resort, obviously, but I'll end up having a private screening premiere for the actors and some of the crewmen, obviously, if I end up building my theater chain. If not, I'll just have my pre-order on 4K Blu-ray, which is most likely what I'm going to do. I'm not going to build that theater chain, and it's just going to cost me VJ billions of dollars. It's going to cost us so much money. But I'm going to have this talk with VJ and Peter. Hey, Peter, KVJ. Because let's say if like 1.5 million people buy a book and I make $40 billion off my book, I might make more than even 20 billion. I might even make 40. If I make 40 billion, I can easily afford to build my own theater chain worldwide. But it's a lot of work. George Lucas will have to help me with that. Hey, George, I need you to help me with Ghost in the Eye, and I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? So if I end up choosing to build my own, if I make, let's say, $40 billion off my book, I will take like 15 billion around there, 70 billion of my money, and I'll put it towards building the theater chain. I'm gonna have George Lucas help me plan that during the 8 months. Obviously, he'll be with me for it'll take me longer than 2 months to plan that. I'm gonna have to talk to all the people around the world. It's a lot of work, man, to build all these theater chains worldwide. It's a lot of work. Chances are I won't do that though. It's just crazy, man. It's gonna take like 5 years to build that. That's crazy. I'm just gonna stick to 4K Blue on Amazon. It's much easier. All you need to do is just get a theater system and you're fine. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? And my deal for Amazon is $72.28. That's my deal. $72.28. Chances are, guys, I will not build my theater chain. That's probably unlikely. I might perhaps think about it, but chances are I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to stick to Amazon 4K Blu-ray. It's easier that way. Amazon already has their distribution buildings built all over the world. They can easily just ship my movie. It's easier that way. Plus, all the actors and crew and all the actors and Peter or Mel and all them will get a larger percentage of the profits because there's more money to be made in 4K Blu-ray than there is in ticket sales at theaters. Because tickets are cheaper, whereas 4K Blu-ray you can price it for $160. There's more profit, higher profit margin than that. That's why I'm just going to stick to Amazon and sell it on 4K Blu-ray, obviously. Yeah, so I'm going to talk about my 17, okay? Yeah, there's a high chance Disney will be throwing John Favreau and Dave Filoni a lot of offers, and as well as perhaps even Warner Bros. Paramount. They're gonna throw John Favreau and Dave Filoni money, man. But even then, they can't compete with my offer. Yeah, John. If John will ask you, Ivan, how much do you want to offer me? Okay, John, I'm willing to pay you a $34 million signing bonus for all. I'm willing to pay you a $34 million signing bonus for Zane's and all my other movies. You don't get a raise for your bonus, obviously. Pay your rich 6.8 and your rich 3.5 yearly salary. Two $50,000 bonus. I take your family on vacation, the best resorts around the world. Feeding, living paid for, obviously. You get the perks. You get your $300 gas card. You get to be part of all the ad shoots. You get paid for the commercials. Nice professional commercials that can be featured on my website. You get what? You get your two $50,000 royalty checks for the re-releases, which is a nice royalty check, obviously. You get your $2,000 gift card, and you get 0.2% of all the profits, of all the 4K Blu-ray profits sold on Amazon. That's my deal. Of all the profits sold on Amazon. Obviously. The profits, John, not the gross. If I give you the gross, you're going to make like $400 million. No, man. You're going to affect Amazon's budget too. No. You get 0.2% of the film profits. If the movie does a certain amount of money or less, if it does more, you get 0.1. You're still going to make your 70, 80, 90 million in royalties, 100. Chances are John Favreau will get his 0.2 because I guarantee you my movie will probably, about 1,000,000,001 people buy my movie around there. My 4K Blu-ray movie around there. Something like that, right? Yeah, it's a good deal. As John Favreau slide down. For Zanus, John Favreau will guaranteed make his $100 million in royalties, excluding his rich bonus and salaries that he made. So he signed his $50 million deal, John Favreau. $150 million deal he signed. 150 after taxes is what, 100 million, right? After taxes, I believe? Yeah. John Favreau will make $100 million for the 4 years of Zanus in his bank. Whereas all my other movies will probably make maybe 70 or something like that. 70 million, 80 million he'll make from my other movies. And sorry, John, we can't compete with Ivan's offer. If Ivan gives you a piece of the profits, we can't compete with that, man. He gives you the piece of profits of his box office, of his 4K Blu-ray sales. His movies are going to gross tens of billions. He's giving you 0.2%. We can't compete with that. You're going to make on average $100 million for all your movies for your royalties alone, excluding your bonus and your salary. We can't compete with that, John. We don't even make that. Yeah. Ivan's king now, VJ's queen, they're billionaires. the Afternoon Show, we can't compete with Ivan's offer, John. Sorry. And John's like, yeah, guys, fuck Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood. I'm working for Ivan. I'm getting out of this dirty place. Yeah. I'm getting out of this fucking system. Yeah. Because he knows my company's the only company whereby it's independent from Hollywood, whereby I can pay him his millions and I give him his freedom. Whereas in Hollywood, they're not going to give John his freedom. He has to do it. He has to do it to make his money. In this world, they're not going to make you make free millions. You have to pay to make your money, man. It's not free, Samsara. It's not free. If I end up building that, if I decide to build that theater chain brand, obviously, for the Zanus project. So let's say if I make $40 billion off my book, I'm going to have this talk with VJ and George Lucas. Hey, George, I'm highly considering building my own IMAX theater screening buildings all over the world. All over Canada, America. Ivan, how much? I don't know. I can build, you know what I'm saying? I can build 150 in Canada, 200 in the States, 500 and 400 in 500 in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do that, Ivan. That's gonna cost you billions, Ivan. It's gonna cost you like 18. Well, yeah, George. I can easily afford it. I'll make my money back from the ticket sales easily. If I do that, I'll give John like 0.0 like 7% of the box office for the tickets, and I'll give him 0.2 or 0.1 for the 4K Blu-ray sales. I'll do it like that for John if you want, right? You can do that if you want. Show my account here.